I will create my own Banerjee energy around me.
Bright, shining, and the room is shining with. ये कौन है यार?
क्या नाम था इसका?
उसका नाम, अरे मैं इसको बहुत मैं जानती हूँ यार.
यहाँ तक है नाम लेकिन निकल नहीं रहा है.
You take a matchbox. It looks like nothing, right? But you take a stick out of the matchbox. What do? You
Fire it.
and that strike is called awakening.
See, a lot of people define happiness with the stages of success. I think happiness comes from being content.
How peaceful are you?
I am going slow and steady wins the race kind of a thing.
How do you find peace of mind? Everybody wants peace of mind, right?
I was peacefully crying for some reason.
Peacefully crying.
I was peacefully crying. It was like
Because you're in a state of mind. You're not in a state of consciousness.
consciousness, yeah.
बंदर है ना, बंदर को एक बनाना दो, क्या करता है बनाना?
कूद कूद के खाएगा.
और if you have another banana in your hand,
छीन लेगा.
mind is like that.
जो करना है कर. Don't care about the society. Don't care about what even your mom has to say. You do what you want to do.
What you're trying to do, you're trying to tame the monkey.
Yes.
The monkey is going to yesterday and then, ऐसे क्यों है? उसने ऐसे क्यों किया है? And this should have happened. And I feel shit. Why did I do this?
दरवाजे बंद हो रहे हैं. ये सब सिर्फ observation है.
This strike is called enlightenment.
You know, I was screaming this. Oh God, I got enlightened.
जीवन हमें क्यों मिला है? क्या हमने ये सोचा है?
Okay, so I was shattered and heartbroken, and obviously एक side पे मेरा breakup भी हुआ था, एक side पे मेरी family members चले गए थे, and दूसरे side में because I was going through so much, I could not focus on the career, and there was a standstill literally for 2 years.
So this is the problem people don't understand, and people are struggling.
बाहर पौ बज रहा है, चिड़िया का आवाज आ रहा है, and electricity का आवाज आ रहा है, गुर 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 गुर.
Correct. Peace, love, and bliss. The divine magic of true love. So what?
True love
True.
is so difficult to find.
Still your mind.
I'm going to give a lot of Banerjee energy to you guys.
AiR-Atman in Ravi.
Happpiness Ambassador,
a spiritual mentor,
Transformational author.
and a philanthropist.
Great evening, friends. Welcome. And today is a beautiful day, bright, shining, and the room is shining with Nyra Banerjee. I'd like to welcome Nyra Banerjee, an Indian actress. She's a model and also an assistant director, known for her work, well known in Indian cinema. Apart from acting, she has also worked as an assistant director in Bollywood. She is known for her versatility and strong screen presence in both films and television. So she's not just in the films, she's active in television. And today I am so happy to welcome you.
Thank you so much. Such a pleasure meeting you.
I want to start by giving you a book. This is called The Realizations of a Yogi.
Wow.
And it opens from the side. You can just pull it open. It just.
Oh. So this is, wow. This is so cool.
Yeah, so this book, because it's a special book, so we put it into, just like the Bhagavad Gita comes in a special case, you know.
Exactly. This is such a pretty gift. I love it. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll just let this be for later.
Yeah.
So today we are here and we are going to chat. It's not a formal chat, right? We want to pass a message to people as to what you think about life and happiness. So I'm going to start by asking you, what do you think, coming from the Bollywood industry, what do you think are the key elements of happiness?
See, a lot of people define happiness with the stages of success. I think happiness comes from being content in what you have.
Okay.
If you're not content, you will be greedy. Okay, it's okay to be greedy, to be more, to be able to reach your goals. But if you're not content, your negative emotions kicks in. So I think it's very important to be content and grateful for what you have, and that gives you a lot of happiness and peace.
But don't you feel, as we pass through people in our industry, in business, in the film industry, people are running.
Yeah.
One of my first podcasts was with Karan Johar.
Right.
And thrice in the podcast, he told me, "ये दुनिया अगर मिल भी जाए तो क्या है?" And he is, after all, Karan Johar.
Exactly.
And he said, honestly, exactly what you said. He said, "I wish I could be content. I wish I could be in the moment."
Right.
But we're all running. He said, we are all running and running. We start with life.
Right.
With a glass full of life. We start emptying the glass of life and we fill the glass with success, money, name, fame, achievement. Now this glass has become full.
Big, yeah.
But this glass becomes empty.
Correct.
And in the end, it's very sad. What we earn, others will burn.
Absolutely. The next generations will burn it.
So,
see what's happening nowadays.
A son tells his father, when he asks his son, "What are you going to do if I kick the bucket? What are you going to do with the money?" He said, "No, don't say like that. No, just tell me, what are you going to do?"
Yeah.
He said, "The first thing I'll do is I'll buy a Ferrari." And the father said, 5 crores gone. Even
because my son is going to buy a Ferrari. Did I work so hard for that?
So this is what, because those who get the money,
yeah,
who don't work hard for it, for them, and we work very hard to make our life. But a lot of people think success is happiness. This is what you said.
Yeah. No, I said people relate happiness to success to happiness. They think that if I have been successful in achieving this thing, I am happy. No, the important thing is how do you make yourself internally happy?
Correct.
Hence, you have to feel content and be grateful.
So recently, Nikhil Kamath of Nikhil Vinay, he's a music director in Bombay. So earlier he was with Nikhil Vinay. So you must be also speaking a lot of Hindi and singing in Hindi as well.
Absolutely.
So he wrote a beautiful tune for us. And in that tune came the 3 elements of happiness. So I'm going to give you that before we get going into this.
Sure.
So he says, "Mantra jeene ka, shanti aanand pyar. Mantra jeene ka, shanti aanand pyar. Khoje har insaan yahan, शांति सुख और प्यार. फंस के जग जंजाल में लौटता है बार बार." Sometimes, Nyra, I know I don't want to, you're still bubbling with your career. I shut shop when I was 40. When I was 40, I shut my business because I realized that there was more to success just being achievement.
Right.
I felt the first peak is achievement,
right,
and the second peak you said is contentment, and the third peak is enlightenment. So unfortunately, people can't even spell enlightenment or pronounce it. You tell people enlighten, very often people say, "I like enlightenment. I like enlightenment." So they don't, because it's so unheard of. The term is becoming common.
Yeah.
But tell me, what do you think of this mantra? If somebody has in their life peace, love, and bliss, then what else do you need?
You don't really need anything, because with these 3 qualities, I think you have the power to create whatever you have in your life, whatever you want to create in your life. Of course, it will be difficult. It will, I'm not competitive in nature at all. I really have full faith in my abilities, and I keep working on myself. Maybe I haven't achieved as much as I could have if I was very goal-oriented or very competitive and very ambitious. But at least I'm peaceful. I am going slow and steady wins the race, kind of a thing.
How peaceful are you?
Enough to not drive me crazy. Enough to not sit and cry and have outbursts or get drunk and be messy, or in the process where they had the opportunity to recover from that and move to the next stage of life. Some people get stuck in their own issue. You always meet people to fix things or learn from it, and it takes you to the next step of life. So I felt very bad that, मेरे आसपास के लोग वो नहीं कर पाए. I can't really speak much about it, but I got my closure that okay, it's not your fault. You learned your lesson and you can move forward in life.
Do you believe in karma?
Absolutely.
And when things didn't work out in December, for example, how much did you have that attitude of acceptance?
I was peacefully crying for some reason.
Peacefully crying.
I was peacefully crying. It was like, how's this? And I was not sobbing or something. Oh, I did have those days also where I had an outburst and all that. From time to time, I did have. But that day where I had made a decision, I was just this. It wasn't my fault.
And how did you snap out of it?
Instant.
But what?
It was like a closure. We look for closures to feel happy from inside, to move forward in life. We always look for closures, and life sometimes does not give you closures. You have to understand what the closure is actually. You have to understand the purpose of the relationship and how it ended, why it ended. You have to understand that. You have to be open to observe the starting point, because the end also ends the way it started. I've seen that as a cycle in my life. Everything, all my karmic relationships that has happened with my parents, with my friend, with my boyfriend or whatever, it started with something and it ends with that situation only. And that situation, you have to see, did you do the same thing or you did something different?
And it came out.
Yes, if you did something different, you reacted in a different way, that means you've learned from it and you're at peace. If you're at peace, which means you've learned from it and you're ready to go ahead in life.
So we are talking about peace so much. So the question, how do you find peace of mind? Everybody wants peace of mind, right? So what do you think? What is the method to find peace of mind?
Sometimes it gets very difficult to find peace. वैसे तो I'm a peaceful person. Like I don't get angry easily and all that, whatever. But agitation is something that bothers from inside, right? It's an internal thing where you know something is wrong. You're like, whatever. And
गुस्सा आता है?
आता है ना. And then Om Shanti करती हूँ मैं. Om Shanti, 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 Om Shanti.
क्या होता है Om Shanti, Om Shanti? You know क्या होता है actually?
Om Shanti, Om Shanti. I pretend.
But do you actually spend some time in meditation or never?
No, I do that.
How much time do you spend every day or?
So, see, when I'm very, very angry, that time I spend I try. बहुत difficult होता है, नहीं possible होता है. For good half an hour, I try. Then there will be a time, see, in any which case, whenever I'm not able to react in a certain way, when I'm angry, I'll end up crying. Release हो जाता है, वो आंसू से ही release हो जाता है. So then I try to cry. I try to hit myself with all the bad thoughts and I cry, because after I cry, then I get tired. After I get tired, I am in a state where, okay, I'm tired now. Now I'm peaceful. Now I can think.
But do you know what's happening? People don't know the mind. What is the mind?
Yeah.
M-I-N-D. The mind is misery, ignorance, negativity, and desire.
Oh my God.
So this is mind. And when I meet anybody, I didn't give this to you. Everybody I meet, I give them a ball.
Yeah.
And we talk of a secret, AiR-Atman secret.
Okay.
And when I give them a ball, people are happy. It's instant, it's a smiley ball, right? So instantly you smile.
Yeah.
But I ask people, what is the color of this ball?
Yellow and black.
And the shape?
And the shape? Round?
Round. What is the color of the mind? What is the shape of the mind?
Something like this.
That's the brain.
Yeah, the round.
That's what you see in the head, right?
Yeah.
But that's not the mind. That's the brain. Heart, you've seen the X-ray of the heart, you've seen scan of the heart, lungs, kidney, some shapes, we know the shapes of the organs.
Mind is the consciousness?
No. If the mind is something, then you should have seen it.
Yeah.
Like you've seen lungs, kidneys, you've seen blood, bones, the skeleton. But nobody has seen the mind.
Yeah.
Because the mind doesn't exist.
Oh God.
What is the mind? But the mind appears to be.
Yeah.
Just now you said, Rona aata hai, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Then what you're trying to do? You're trying to tame the monkey.
Yes.
Because the monkey, tell me yes or no, the monkey is going to yesterday and they, ऐसे क्यों है? उसने ऐसे क्यों किया है? And this should have happened. I feel shit. Why did I do this? Yes,
Right.
no.
Yes.
The mind is creating regret, shame, and guilt in a past that is gone.
Correct.
Then the monkey is jumping and creating fear, worry, stress, and anxiety in a future not yet born.
Correct.
तो क्या करना है इस बंदर को?
बंदर को चुप करा देना चाहिए.
And this Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. If you
I am telling myself, calm down, calm down, calm down. The mind.
But you can't tell that fellow to calm down because that fellow doesn't want to calm down.
Right.
बंदर है ना, बंदर को एक बनाना दो, क्या करता है बनाना?
कूद कूद के खाएगा,
और अब if you have another banana in your hand,
छीन लेगा.
mind is like that. Mind is a monkey.
And mind rides on negative emotion.
It is only negative. The mind does not have any positive thought. People are confused because the mind makes you think that, I am a little bit of negative thought, I am a little bit of positive thought. Kabhi khushi, kabhi gum types.
Correct.
No, the mind is not having any positive thought.
Why?
Because the mind is MK50. Have you heard of AK-47?
Yeah.
AK-47 is a gun.
Right.
And the mind is MK50. It is a mind killer 50. It is shooting at you 50 toxic thoughts every minute. Tuck, tuck, tuck.
No way.
Yes, it's drilling you and killing you only with toxic thoughts. And see, today as we are talking, you will get what I'm saying. These thoughts are fear, worry, stress, anxiety, regret, shame and guilt.
Correct.
7 miseries of the mind. Then it creates the ego, and the ego is anger, hate, revenge, jealousy, pride, greed and selfishness.
Correct.
So क्या हो गया? ये 7 और ये 7. 14 monsters. Now a man, a person like you and me, we are bulldozed. We are completely devastated, decimated by these 14 monsters.
Right.
All created by the mind. अभी जब लोग कहते हैं what are they trying to do? They are trying to take the monkey and cut its tail. If you cut the monkey's tail EY, what is left?
Monk.
Monk. You become a monk.
And also it's a very good practice to practice focus on being in the now, that is Om.
What is that doing? It's taming the monkey and making it into a monk.
Yes.
You are moving from a state of mind into a state of consciousness.
Wow.
In a state of consciousness, Nyra, 2 things happen. As long as the mind is there, the monkey, EY, the tail,
Yeah.
it's ever yelling, EY, and ever yearning.
Right.
So EY, ये चाहिए, ये चाहिए, ये कर, वो कर, ये अब ये करना, कल ये करना, परसों ये करना, ये करना, वो करना, ये करना, वो. All the time, the mind is trying to increase your pace. It's creating a race.
Right.
And you can't live with grace. it's भागो 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 भागो, क्यों भागूं मैं?
Correct.
भाई क्यों भागूं मैं?
सही बात है.
In one of the songs I tell people, I say, शांति से मिला क्या हसी आनंद, सत्य के चित्त में मिला सच्चिदानंद. Satchit Anand is the highest state of bliss.
Yeah.
तो शांति से मिला. They say, तो कैसे? I tell them, मन बड़ा है चोर, चैन चुराता है, डर और चिंता में हमें डुबाता है, सत्य छुपाता है, मिथ्या दिखाता है, शांति जो अपनी मन चुराता है. मन को है मारना, दुश्मन बड़ा है वो, मन को जो मारे शांति वो पाता.
Oh my God. काश ये हम सब लोग कर सके रियल में.
But it's actually simple and actually so important, because if you are not going to kill the mind is going to kill you.
Absolutely.
Everybody in this world.
So people go through panic attacks because the same thoughts are hitting you non-stop, and they are like they're going crazy in fear.
And what does doctor do? Doctor gives you tranquilizers.
Yes.
Doctor gives you so-called, they say you have a medical illness.
Yeah.
For medical illness, the cure is stillness.
Yes.
You don't need medical tablets and tranquilizers. But what you just said, you know what the mind does? It drills you.
Yeah.
It drills you and kills you. There are 2 possibilities. It will take one thought and tell you, Nyra, 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 one thought. Or, like in December you said, maybe it was one thought, and that same thought attacking you again and again. Or it will take different thoughts.
Right.
And say, ye, wo, kab, ab, tab, kabhi, kyun, kya.
And the speed of those thoughts.
50 thoughts a minute.
Oh my God, I know how panic attack feels. I know how what people go through when they have it, and it's only because they are literally living in that emotional journey of thoughts.
So what's the solution? These are 50 thoughts a minute equals to 50,000 thoughts a day. Just think of it, 50,000 thoughts a day. Now you understand why people become sick.
Oh my God.
Right? Now, imagine in Uttarakhand, there was a cloud burst.
Yeah.
क्या हुआ? Cloud burst हुआ तो नदी का क्या हुआ? The river, it just created.
गया ना, मतलब
सब हो गया, फट गया.
तहस-नहस.
So, at that time, when the river was in spate, can you build a dam?
No.
Why?
How? You can't.
But when the river is not in flood, can you build a dam?
Yes, you can.
And then if you build a dam, then what happens?
It's safe.
So this is a trick of life. The trick of life is you need to build a dam, and the dam is called the intellect.
Right.
हम सबको बुद्धि है. Buddhi is intellect, vivek. So when the mind is going tak 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 tak, the intellect can't stop it.
Correct.
Because the mind is shooting. Tak,
Exactly.
tak. But when you go into meditation or stillness or silence, I even tell people do OMM. OMM is not Om, it's OMM. OMM means 1 minute meditation.
Oh.
I give people double Om. Om, 1 minute meditation. So
Right.
when you go into this meditation, at that time, ये जो monkey है, ये monkey monk बन जाता है. When the monkey is a monk, that state is called consciousness.
Right.
In a state of consciousness, the intellect is awakened.
Yes.
The intellect can lock the mind and block the mind.
Right. I told you I cry, I just calm down. I put on the AC, I calm down. I say Om, Om Shanti, dar, the tears are coming. Then I'm actually calm. And that's when I can think and understand everything that has actually happened.
That's called a state of consciousness.
Consciousness. And that gives you relaxation and peace and okay.
Because that fellow who's shooting thoughts is not there, right?
Yes.
He gives you respite. The mind, because of when you tricked the mind, you cried, whatever you did, the method may be different.
Yes.
But you made that monkey mind shut up.
Yes.
And because it shuts up, you are in the state of consciousness. In the state of consciousness, you said, I could decide, I could think. Because then you're using your intellect.
Right.
And then you're able to think.
So people don't understand that it is inside you to calm yourself down rather than using things that influence you.
Absolutely. Because if you're just waiting for an outside the trigger to help you,
Yeah.
you can't.
You can't.
See, things may happen outside. You can't control people's actions. They're on the outside. But you can control your reactions.
Yes.
Because your reactions are on the inside.
On the inside.
So you decide what you want to do. So most people, they're trying to use their energy.
Yeah.
I saw one of your interesting posts. It said Banerjee energy.
Oh yeah, that is my this thing. I'm going to give a lot of Banerjee energy to you guys.
So tell me, what is Banerjee energy? Let's see if we can get a little bit onto that.
So a lot of people say that, Nyra, I've never seen you being sloppy or being lost or cribbing about things and stuff like that. What is it? What is this energy? I'm like, it's Banerjee energy.
But you don't have any. What is the root cause of this Banerjee energy? Have you told them that or not yet?
I have told them. So I had an experience long ago when I lost my dad and my grandparents all together within a span of one week.
Okay.
So I was shattered and heartbroken, and obviously एक side पे मेरा breakup भी हुआ था, एक side पे मेरी family members चले गए थे, and दूसरे side में because I was going through so much, I could not focus on the career, and there was a standstill literally for 2 years, like
2 years.
2 years. 2 years I took a sabbatical from life.
Okay.
Like
When was this?
This was some 7-8 years ago.
And then what happened? How did the energy come back?
So then I had, so I went through a phase where, see, obviously, career, relationship, family, everything is gone. There is nothing in my life. There is only my brother and my mother I have to look after, and myself. If I can look after myself, I can look after them also. Basic. So I was very disturbed, and I don't know condition I was also thinking of all the things I could not do for my family or I could not do for myself. There are so many thoughts, na, what I want to do and what I could not do.
Right.
So you are in that, you are sad, you are this, you are that. I experienced almost all kinds of possible emotions that I could possibly experience in that time. And there came a phase where I could not feel anything. I was just numb. Numb in the sense, not happy, not sad, not hungry, not sleepy. Nothing means nothing. कुछ भी नहीं, ऐसे I'm just पड़ी हूँ. ठीक है. And then ऐसे पढ़ते 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 I think ये 1-2 दिन का ऐसा था जहाँ पे I had zero thoughts. Like literally zero thoughts. I'm just hearing बाहर पौ पौ बज रहा है, चिड़िया का आवाज आ रहा है, लोग वेजिटेबल्स बेच रहे हैं, एंड इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का आवाज आ रहा है, गुर 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 गुर. देन समथिंग समथिंग लिफ्ट का भी दरवाजे बंद हो रहे हैं. ये सब सिर्फ ऑब्जर्वेशन है, ये सब सिर्फ मुझे सुनाई दे रहा है. मैं कुछ सोच नहीं रही हूँ, कुछ थॉट नहीं आ रहा है, नथिंग एट ऑल. एंड देन आई जस्ट थॉट ऑफ थिंकिंग. Like I spoke to my nani. Like nani is gone. I just
in her voice.
In my voice, I'm like, okay, हुआ, ठीक है, I accepted. आप तीनों चले गए दुनिया से. तो अभी क्या इस चीज का क्या करना है, मतलब how do I move forward in life? And she was my best friend.
Your nani?
My nani. She was the first person जिनके गोद में मैं गई थी. She was a doctor. I told you, like, I didn't tell you. So my dad was a naval officer and my mom had to travel with him. So I was half raised by my grandparents only. So they were more close to me. They were like more parents than my own parents. I loved them more than my own parents. School, wool, dance करना, drawing, painting, सब कुछ उनके साथ हुआ है. खाना वाना बनाना, everything. And she used to dance and all with me. And she was a dude. So I used to love her the most in my life. So then, I just started realizing or remembering phases of life right from my childhood. मुझे सारी चीजें बचपन से लेके till the time I lost her, I saw situations, the tiny me dancing with her, some fights, some things, some that, her complaints, things she achieved, things she was whatever, the entire journey I saw. उसमें से, in that thought world only, she told me that whatever family karma we had, whatever we had to work out, whatever baggages you had, because of which, in spite of being so talented, you could not reach where you had to reach, and blah blah blah, जो भी चीजें मेरे अंदर की चीजें थी. She said with that, with Nani, Nana and Papa going, it has all ended, and now whatever you do, this is your new birth.
Wow.
Now onwards, you will create new karma, so you have to be very mindful of what you do. This is your second life, and just go all out, learn, be fearless. जो करना है कर. Don't care about the society, don't care about what even your mom has to say. You do what you want to do, and encourage your mother to do whatever she wanted to do. That gave me so much strength.
And
you know,
you bounced from that. You bounced back from that.
Yeah, I was like, first I was happy that I could only see her face in my thought. Then I got a little greedy, okay, and I started asking her, tell me something about the future. कुछ नहीं बताया. Whatever question I asked her, nothing she told me. I just saw this.
But she gave you a profound message, right?
For my future, she said nothing. I asked so many questions, like, कुछ तो बोल देगी, कुछ तो nothing. And then I went out of the window to just see. I'm like, wow, we've done so much in life. मतलब कितना हमने progress किया है, and at the same time, what kind of negative emotions people are living in. Oh my God.
And this created the Banerjee energy? Or what did
this was like, at least I will create my own Banerjee energy around me. People will be happy around me.
And what was the secret? How did you bounce back after that? Was there something you did?
I just felt like a new baby.
And you were reborn?
Yeah, I just felt that I was reborn. That's it.
And from that day onwards, it's no looking back.
It's no looking back. The heaviness in my chest, the lethargy, the tiredness, everything went away.
Okay, so I'm so amazed with that story of yours, that this Banerjee energy, and I think we all have energy inside us, right? But just like a matchbox, you take a matchbox, it looks like nothing, right? What does it look like? The dabba hai na?
Yeah.
But you take a stick out of a matchbox. What do? You
fire it.
And that strike, what does the strike do? The strike creates. So we all need a strike.
Yes.
And what is the strike called? This strike is called awakening. This strike is called enlightenment.
You know, I was screaming this, oh God, I got enlightened. No, I used some other word.
Awakened. No.
I don't remember, what did I use? Something like
reborn, this. Rejuvenated. What
I was saying it to myself, oh my God, I got this. I got this. मैं खुद को ही बोल रही थी.
But that word will come before we end. I'm sure you will get that word.
Yeah, I hope so. I think enlightenment or something else. I don't know.
No, you're trying to find a word, right? Do you know why you're not able to find that word?
Because I'm not in that state of mind right now.
Because you're in a state of mind. You're not in a state of consciousness.
Consciousness, yeah.
So the mind, we have got the subtle aspect of our body.
Yeah.
Has got man, buddhi, smriti, ahankar, which means mind, intellect, memory, and ego. Because we have got mind, intellect, memory, and ego, M-I-M-E, mind. When sometimes you want something, suppose you see somebody in the airport. अरे ये कौन है यार?
क्या नाम था इसका?
इसका नाम अरे मैं उसको बहुत मैं जानती हूँ यार.
याद तक है नाम लेकिन निकल नहीं रहा है.
Why you are not able to get the name? Because your mind is distracting you with so many thoughts that the memory is down. The moment the mind goes, what happens?
It comes to you.
The intellect will just pick it from the memory.
I have the vision of me saying that, happily in such a high happiness state of mind and all that. But a word, शायद enlighten ही बोला था मुझे.
So the point is, as long as we are in the mind state, thoughts, they pour like rain.
Yeah.
बारिश पड़ती है?
Yeah.
Thoughts pour like rain and they push us down the drain.
Yeah.
And we become miserable again and again. So this is the biggest challenge of life. Like you said, everybody has a downtime.
Right.
Who doesn't? Everybody has a downtime.
Correct.
But the challenge, some people, when they fall down, they fall with their face down.
Right.
But when you fall with your face up, you can look up.
Yeah.
If you can look up, you can get up.
Correct.
So you always fall down with your face looking up.
I always know that whenever I'm having a downfall, I know this is gonna. I let myself go through the pain because I know कि जितना pain देना है दे दो. अपने आप, this place starts feeling empty. It starts feeling light, and then your heart feels expanding, and then you're like, okay, now let's see what to do in life.
Because people don't understand pain. Pain. You just talked about pain. Pain is like a train.
Yeah.
Pain is like a train. It comes, but never stays.
It never stays. I always know that अभी ये phase है. It will pass. It's a phase.
This too shall pass. A lot of people say it.
I keep saying that. It will pass. It's just a phase. It's okay. Nothing is constant. Nobody is permanent.
So tell me, if somebody were to ask you, what is life? जिंदगी तो है. एक दिन, will you die one day or no?
Of course.
No.
My body will die.
So a lot of people, I catch a lot of people on this. No, spontaneously what we say, of course we will die.
Yeah.
But this is what stops us from discovering the meaning and the purpose of life.
Right.
So according to you, what is life?
Life.
जिंदगी तो है ना?
जिंदगी तो है.
क्या है? क्यों है? क्या है?
Purpose है और experience है मेरे हिसाब से.
तो क्या करेंगे? Purpose और experience से क्या करेंगे? What will, at the end of the day, what are we trying to get out of life?
See, what happens is when you don't have a purpose, you don't enjoy life.
Correct. But some people are having fun. For them, that's their purpose.
They keep looking for reasons to have fun. They are not actually having fun. That's a temporary fun. That fun is over. Then what is the next one? Okay. Where is the next one? Where can I go to have the next one?
Because they're bored. They're bored, right?
Exactly. They're looking for external reasons to have fun.
So therefore, if life is not fun, you and me agreeing to that.
Yeah.
Then what is life?
Yeah, for me, life has been only getting lessons and learning from it. I enjoy in the moment, and then I know, ठीक है, ज़्यादा खुश मत हो, bad time भी आने वाला है, अच्छा ज़्यादा दुखी मत हो, good time आने वाला है. You just observe this.
You smile so beautifully, you smile so well.
Thank you.
I want to ask you, how many people you think really smile all the time at you?
Oh no, they don't smile. They're like, oh, how sweet. Oh, thank you so much. This is
plastic, right?
Yeah, this is what they do. I'm like, khul ke has lo. Acha, pose. Just be normal, no.
Smile,
be your
right?
natural self.
What does it cost to smile?
I don't know why they do that.
So people are not used to smiling because nobody taught people in school. Nobody taught us to smile. Nobody taught us that whenever you meet somebody, just smile.
Yeah.
And people tell me, what's the big deal about smile? I said, S-M-I-L-E. S means you spread sunshine.
Wow.
And M is you make others happy.
Yeah.
And I, you inspire people with enthusiasm. And L, what you spoke about, when you smile, you lower the level of negativity.
Yes.
If you are smiling, can you be negative at the same time?
You can't.
You can't. And E, when you smile, you ensure your personal happiness.
But even when you're in a negative emotion and you feel that you can convert it, you smile and you have converted it.
How easy is? How can you snap out? Just sometimes a joke, na. Sometimes these days at least jokes are good for that reason.
Yeah.
Somebody sends you a joke. You like to be happy. Everybody wants a human being.
Yeah.
One thing a human being, we all know. Everybody wants pleasure. Nobody wants pain.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to smile again and again. But somehow, people have not understood the meaning of life. And because I write some songs, what did I say? I tell people, I say, जीवन हमें क्यों मिला है, क्या हमने ये सोचा है, जग से मुक्ति पाना, प्रभु पाना, यूं ही जीते मरते हैं, सुख दुख के चक्कर में फंसे हैं, जग से मुक्ति पाना, प्रभु पाना. So this, people say, तुम्हें प्रभु प्रभु God क्या बोलते? Do you believe in a God? You don't believe in a God.
See, for me, God, any God is a codified avatar.
Okay.
For me.
Codified avatar का मतलब?
In the sense,
It is not the real thing, is what you're saying.
yeah, it's an avatar.
It's
It's a meaning.
तो when you were a kid, नानी के साथ
हाँ.
कुछ पूजा वूजा करती थी नहीं?
हाँ.
Which God she used to pray? Or which God your?
She used to do Ma Kali.
And you?
I am a Ganesh Bhakt and
But you
Hanuman
never
Bhakt.
prayed to Ma Kali.
I used to get scared looking at her.
And you were praying to Ganesh.
Yeah.
But you liked the Ganesh and the...
Yeah, he's very cute. His trunk is very cute. He's like my brother. We are two dudes.
And today-
He's not God to me. He's my brother to me.
Today you still do puja or you don't do puja?
I
You do?
I do.
Every day?
Not every day.
Then what's your puja
See, for my puja is, it's not, I'm not very religious. I am not, honestly speaking.
So then what are you?
For me, it's just like I can have a chat with God in the sense, okay, in my temple there is Shivji, there is Ganeshji, there is Lakshmi, and there is Saraswati.
All there in your temple?
Basically, in Bengali, it's like a family only. Durga Mata, Shiv,
Yeah.
we are family.
It's a family.
Yeah. So, mommy, daddy, and their 3
Kids.
children. Okay. So, Saraswati, Nyra means beauty of goddess Saraswati. So, Saraswati teaches you knowledge and art. I am in that field. So, Saraswati, thank you that, I want to be like you. I want to look like you. I want to be as talented as you. Lakshmi ji, I want to be as rich as you. Like, I'm having pots of gold coins and sitting in a beautiful lotus or whatever. Okay. And then Ganesh ji, so obviously I can't look like you, but okay, I am intelligent like you. Karthik, God, I'm strong, I'm stable, I can I'm healthy.
So do you believe all these gods actually exist?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know. But I like to see them and try to be like them.
They inspire you?
Yes.
Motivate you to, as a kind of a role model kind of thing?
Yes.
But the biggest problem is, people don't know. If somebody asks you, who are you? What would you say?
I don't know.
No, hi, yeah, you go to a foreign country. Hello, who are you, man? What do you say?
I'm an actress from...
I'm Nyra. But actually, you're not Nyra. I know, I also know that you changed your name.
No, that was my screen name.
That was your?
Here in South.
That was your screen name?
Yeah.
And your original name is?
Nyra.
Oh, see, look, the internet can make you an American, right? The internet can
Exactly.
make you what you are not. So Nyra is your birth name.
Yeah.
But that's only your name.
That's only my name.
But
It's the identity of this body only.
Every time we say, I am Nyra. But in reality, I am not Nyra. My name is Nyra.
Yeah, we always say my name is Nyra. I am Nyra बहुत कम बोलते हैं ना?
But then I'm Ravi. I used to always say I'm Ravi. We somehow don't realize who we truly are.
Yeah.
And that's why when I asked you, you said, one day will you die? You said, huh? Then you said, this body will die.
Yeah. Instantly, I'm like, I don't know that.
When somebody dies, what do you say? Where are they? What do you say?
We say, I hope you have a good journey up there and...
We say they passed away, ना?
Yeah.
वो शरीर को छोड़ के वो चले गए ना?
हाँ.
तो क्वेश्चन कौन चले गया? वो तो इधर ही पड़ा है ना?
वो soul चला गया ना?
तो सोल क्या है?
Soul वही energy है.
Soul, S-O-U-L, is a spark of unique life.
Whoa.
S-O-U-L, so it's that match, right? So, did Nyra come like a magic like this, or how did you come? What were you before you were Nyra? Nyra was the little baby that came out of your mother's womb. Any doubt?
No.
And you were born on what day?
14th May.
14th May. Cake we karte, happy birthday. So I tell people, don't say happy birthday. It's not your birthday. Celebrate, but say happy arrival day.
Happy arrival day. Oh, because I'm going to depart also.
No, you will.
My body will depart as well.
But accept it gracefully, na?
Yeah, of course.
When you came on that day of May, that day you arrived. But you were already born 9 months before.
Yes.
When your father and mother, the two cells from your father and mother, they had that spark.
Correct.
And the soul, that match, and without that, would the fertilization happen?
No.
No, man and woman do the fertilization on their own free will. On their own free will, they can't make two cells fertilize.
Correct, they can't.
So that is the divine grace. And you came, you were conceived. Yeah. Then from one cell called a zygote, you multiply, and you became a baby, a 25 billion cell baby.
Yeah.
Now today you're a 35 trillion cell adult.
Oh my God.
I'm just giving you some numbers.
Yeah, I know, but it sounds so good.
Yeah, but you know, in a sense, you were that spark.
I was that spark, right?
That first cell, once you were implanted in your mother's womb, about 9 months before the day of May, could you change your mother?
No.
Why can't you change your mother?
I am the source. She's the source of me.
Because you're already inside her.
Yeah.
You can't change your mother.
I can never change my mother.
So this is the problem people don't understand, and people are struggling. One day, the body will die. We are trying to be happy because we don't understand this story.
Oh yeah.
We don't understand who am I, and this is what is the third P of happiness. The first peak of happiness achievement will give you pleasure. The second peak will give you contentment. It will give you peace. The third peak is enlightenment. It will give you purpose. So when Nyra realizes, I am the soul, that Atma in Nyra, then I am no more this that I appear to be. And this will change your mindset. This will change your entire paradigm of life. Because like I told you, you will never die.
Yeah.
You are that inside your heart, there's a energy that's throbbing. And that throbbing energy is you, it's the real soul. And if you realize this, you get the three elements we spoke of: peace, love, and bliss.
And you can handle any situation with peace and grace.
So because we were talking about how people don't understand who we are and where we come from, we missed the three elements we spoke of: peace, love, and bliss. You know, in the Bollywood industry, the most thriving topic is what?
Peace नहीं है लोगों के पास.
नहीं, वो ठीक है, लेकिन movies thriving on what? What are movies? What is the
entertainment?
Principle? Correct, entertainment. But entertainment is all about this world called love. And most of the movies, if you take love out of Bollywood, there'll be nothing left.
It'll be dead.
It'll be dead.
It'll be just...
This is a book which I want to give you. It's called The Divine Magic of True Love. So
true love is so difficult to find.
What is true? Tell me, first of all, because we have talked of the three elements: peace, love, and bliss. Peace we spoke, right? Peace is the mind. Peace you don't have to find. Peace is within. You must still your mind. If you still your mind, peace you will find. So I tell people, if you have a peace of mind, if you have even chota peace of mind, there will be no peace of mind.
Yeah.
So you have to eliminate the
peace.
The mind.
The mind.
If you eliminate the mind, then peace
will come. Right.
But tell me, according to you, what is love?
Oh.
Simple, nah?
I was going to ask you. I was going to actually ask you a situation and tell me, like, how do I think about this? So,
we all fall in love.
Yeah, true love से अपने parents के साथ ही होता है क्या?
This is the question, right? But unfortunately, have you heard this term? We fall in love. Yes. How many of us rise in love? We only fall in love.
For me, what I understand about falling in love and rising in love is falling in love, which creates a lot of insecurity after a while. When your honeymoon period is over and all that, it creates insecurity, it creates fear of losing and blah, 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 whatever. And rising in love is like when both the people are wanting to grow and motivate each other and help each other in growing to become more stronger.
What's the secret?
Secret is consistency.
But what is love? Love, love, is longing of the soul, which is very passionate and creates an ecstasy of joy. If I love you only because you're beautiful or the skin, if tomorrow the skin is not beautiful, will I continue to love you? If I love you, a lot of people say, I love you only because I need you.
Right.
And if I don't need you?
Once the purpose of the need is gone, the love is gone.
So true love, it is not I love you because I need you. In true love, I need you because I love you.
Yeah.
So the big difference. People don't understand the meaning. You ask me what is true love? It's only for our parents. Love. I always say white because I learned the color white is like the white light of the sun.
Right.
It creates a rainbow of 7 colors called whip gear.
Right. Right.
Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red.
Yes.
Love is like that. Love is white, divine white love, which the Sufis call ishq hakiki and the Greeks call agape. So white love gives birth to whip gear. Violet love is between parents and children. Indigo love is between friends. Blue love is innocent romance, 8-year-old loving an 8-year-old. Nothing. Green love is you love yourself. Yellow love is intellectual love. Orange love is emotional love.
And the partner love.
Huh?
The partner love.
Orange. If more from women who have emotional love.
Right.
And red love is more male love, which is physical love.
Right.
That's why the color red is used for love in Valentine's.
Correct.
That's not real love.
That's not real love. That is just...
So we want love, but we don't understand that you should not want love. All the time we are beggars of love.
Yes.
We are waiting for somebody to love us.
Love us.
We'll never be loved. The magic of love is you pour your love.
You pour your love and you love love. Love here also.
Because that's green love. So love has 7 colors. Love is not one color. Love is a combination. Just like this chair has 4 legs.
Right.
If a chair has 1 leg, what happens if a table has 1 leg? ऐसा करो गिर जाएगा.
Correct.
Cycle has 2 wheels.
Right.
Can it balance properly? गिर सकता है.
Of course.
Auto 3 wheels. Have you seen autos also topple?
They do.
But cars with 4 wheels.
Very rare.
Because
unless
love,
there is a huge external force.
Yeah. Love is body, head, heart, and soul.
Yes.
Unless you are physical, intellectual, emotional, and spiritual is a very, very important aspect of love.
People lack in that.
They don't understand it. Hey, love is this love running behind the garden and the flowers and the trees. The Bollywood.
That is infatuation. That is not love. Love is also a commitment, right? If you know that you love a person, you love that person every day. You create reasons to love that person.
What is the secret of that? You know, the secret of love is when I love you, we are 1 or we are 2?
We are 2.
1 and 1. So we become 2.
Correct.
True love is when 1 plus 1 equals 1. When 1 plus 1 equals 1, then true love is 1. You win true love because there's no you and me. And this is enlightenment. Enlightenment is that realization that you are Nyra and I'm AiR. They call me AiR because Atma and Ravi. We appear to be 2 bodies.
Yeah.
But in reality, we are not the body. We are the soul. The soul in you and the soul in me are both part of that one supreme power, which you talked about God. I don't call God. I call it SIP. S-I-P means the supreme immortal power.
Yeah.
And you said avatars of that power.
Correct. It's like a, it's
manifestations. They're manifestations of that power.
It's like different prototypes which we look up to be that person.
Correct. For example, in a gold shop, you see a bangle, you see a necklace, and you see a ring.
Right.
But you don't realize there's gold in everything.
There is.
Everything is gold.
Yes.
If you remove the gold
then
from a ring, if you remove the gold,
then it's just nothing.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
So we are all actually God. We are all manifestations. You don't need a Ganapati and a Kali and a Shiva to pray because you are God.
Yeah, and that's the reason I never treated them like God. Oh, please give me this. I've never done that.
And you know why we don't do this? You know, to end, I want to ask you, what is the biggest problem why we are not having enlightenment? Do you know the reason?
We have too much dependencies. We are too scared in life.
Because we are lost in entertainment.
And I am the one who's from the entertainment business.
One of them in the industry. Imagine if there were movies telling people the truth. Imagine there were movies that made people understand that we are all divine manifestations.
Nowadays, movie is only made out of formulas. दो fight sequence मार दो, एक romantic scene डाल दो, एक item number डाल दो, एक comedy scene कर दो, oh, successful movie.
Because they have to create entertainment.
Where is the soul? Where is that touch which relates to everybody?
So this is the problem. So I feel unless people, and what is entertainment? You said in the beginning of our chat, it is momentary pleasure.
Yeah.
See, pleasure comes and pleasure goes. That pleasure is not the real treasure.
Right.
अगर हमें सुख चाहिए तो सच्चा सुख. What is that real happiness? And that real happiness has 3 P's: pleasure, peace, and purpose. So anything else you want to tell?
I want to ask you something.
Go ahead, ask me whatever you like to ask. But I've been talking too much.
So what I wanted to ask you is, whatever experience I had in my relationships and all that, finally I felt that I have I've achieved, or I have experienced true love. Okay, but when the situation of the relationship got over, why does it suddenly feel that it was just a chapter? At that point in time, why did it feel like true love? Why did I rise in love?
Because you were in that flamboyance, you were in that euphoria. There was great joy. Was it not the best time of your life?
Yeah, it was.
Correct. It's because love is an ecstasy. But that love was body, head, and heart. The two did not become one.
And it can only be possible when both the people are looking forward to the same goal.
Absolutely.
Not one person is looking forward and the other person isn't.
Because the other person don't mind me saying.
No, I know it.
They did not love you, they only needed you.
Yes.
So when I love you, if I need you, like we said, when the need is over, the love is over.
Correct.
This is the problem. And as long as we love each other only from skin to skin, it cannot be true love.
But tell me, is it easy? Is it very difficult to find true love?
No, provided. So suppose I love somebody and that somebody doesn't love me. So can there be true love?
No.
Yes.
If that person is choosing you every day, then yes, maybe.
Let me explain to you.
No, then it's also need basis only.
No, let me explain to you. Suppose I love you.
Right.
And I love you like a goddess. I love you like a goddess. But you love somebody else.
Right.
So can my love be true love? Now, if my love is just because I need you, it cannot be true love.
It can't.
But if I really love you with body, head, heart, and soul, if I love you intensely, if I love you from the depth of my soul, it hardly matters whether you love me or not.
Actually, yeah.
Then that love will never break. Because in that love, there's no expectation. Because in that love, there's no conditions. True love, True, is transcendental, rainbow of unconditional and eternal love. The word true, I give you the book, it's a rainbow of 7 colors, but it is transcendental.
Yeah.
It is not worldly, it is not physical.
Right.
It is U, unconditional, and E, it is eternal. Love is not a crush. Today's love is crush.
Yeah.
When you love somebody, that's why it's so important to become soulful. And when you become soulful, then you get the 3 elements of life: peace, love, and bliss.
And bliss. True. Very true.
Anything else you want to ask me?
No. I think I got it.
Because love is too beautiful. And love, in one song with Kailash Kher, I told him,
Yeah.
प्रेमी प्रेमी नहीं है, प्रेमी सच में प्रभु है, जब ये एहसास होता है प्रेम योगा, प्रेमी से प्यार प्यार नहीं है, प्रेमी से प्यार ये है पूजा.
Actually, it is.
So when pyar becomes puja, then that love can never break.
It can't break, obviously.
Because what do I seek from the one I love?
And puja, ये puja नहीं है कि how you make me feel. Puja is devotion, literal devotion.
And devotion means you make a vow.
Yes.
The word devotion comes, if I make a vow to love you, I don't love you because, I don't love you if.
Yes.
My love for you is unconditional.
Correct.
Then,
I just love you.
No but if, because no bibs. And when that love becomes that love, in a song I tell between a person who loves a person, he says, "Tum aao to bhi khush, na aao to bhi khush. Tum milo to bhi khush, na milo to bhi khush." प्यार में से नहीं होता है ना. अरे क्या मुझे प्यार करते हो? अरे फोन में नहीं करता है. हाँ, you are only wanting to go with your friends. You are only doing. You only doing. behave क्या प्यार है?
Correct.
In love, there are no expectations.
No expectations, of course.
There are no conditions.
Very true. Very true.
So, dear friends, this is life. Life is going from our Bollywood entertainment into enlightenment. And if only people can grow from achievement to fulfillment or contentment and enlightenment, this world can be a world of a heaven on earth.
Absolutely.
And this is possible if we learn the 3 P's, pleasure, peace and purpose. And if we sit and talk like this and we spread the positive message to the world.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
So nice talking to you.
Same here.